Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and lovers of drones everywhere, welcome to Thursday Night Live. Oh my goodness, it's Kelly Green, everybody. Check it out, yo. First of all, I just want to thank Ready Set Drone for allowing us to simulcast over on his channel. We're going to talk to him. In fact, I should have called him here in just a moment ago. I'm going to call you here in a second. I did heed your opinion about the chat. People didn't like that it took up the whole window. Do you like this better? For some reason?
Much better.
Because
looking good. Then
we can put the Raz behind it. Ooh. Nah, it's too fancy. You can't. No Raz yet. Tonight, such a big show. Welcome all of the new viewers over on Ready Set Drone. We're broadcasting on Ready Set Drone on my channel, Ken Heron, and my other channel, Side B. Just why not? And tonight, huge guest, Mr. Leonard French. I know he may not look like it, but he's an actual copyright attorney specializing in YouTube copyright issues. He's going to be on tonight wearing his funny hat. Yes, Kelly, you look like you wanted to say something?
Is there a chance this show could go viral tonight?
It could very well go viral. I hope so. Oh yeah. We can't have that. Yeah, I'll play my special song then.
All about half crazy. Kids are bouncing off the wall. Yoga's done got canceled. Mama's pacing down the hall. Homeschool's now in session and I'm pulling out my hair. It's halfway through the morning, I'm still in my underwear. Stay home, stay home. No reason in the world for you to roam. We're all in this together. No, friend, you ain't alone. All you gotta do is stay home.
Stay home and watch the live stream. Kelly, how you been, man?
I'm doing great, but one of the disadvantages of wearing one of these masks is when you breathe, it fogs up your glasses.
Well, that's just fogging stupid. And a couple of these. Yeah. Tonight, along with our wonderful guest, Mr. Leonard French. By the way, thank you very much for our first super chat tonight from Cornish Bees and Drones. That's my favorite flavor of drones. Thanks for the constructive criticism on Cornish snow. We loved it. Yes, there's another live stream that I do every Monday so far, 2. We'll try it again this coming Monday. Constructive criticism. If you would like your video constructively criticized, well then send it to constructivecriticism@gmail.com. And thanks again, Cornish Bees and Drones. They may have eyed some prizes back here. Tonight, your chance with 1 second song to win this fantastic Skyview Pro drone.
Nice!
It's a toy. It's a good beginner drone. And it's a,
Got to start somewhere, though. That's where you started. You started with a toy drone.
Absolutely. And I will tell you how to win this Pixel 4 phone. Kelly, tell us all about it.
Well, Kenny, it's Google's top-notch flagship phone with a terrific camera and something really cool called an astrophotography mode that allows you to take pictures of the stars.
Ooh, so somebody gonna take a picture of me? Couple more of these. All right. We'll have some viewer videos and your chance to win a lot of prizes tonight from freewellgear.com, one of our sponsors. Thank you so much. And lots of fun and surprises. Geeks Vana with a 5-pounder. I think it's like 1 a.m. over there in England. Thank you so much. He says, keep it up. So let's go ahead and get right into it. But we can't forget our favorite sponsor of all time. They're the ones that keep the lights on. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Cadillac of processed meats. A Pigeon, a jerky.
You'll enjoy Pigeon jerky.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy Pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat.
Woo!
It's balanced nutrition to help them grow.
Yeah.
And it's full of fiber to make them go.
Here we go.
You'll enjoy Pigeon jerky.
Pigeon jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats. Yeah. Many new viewers are saying to themselves, Pigeon, what? Well, it's an actual product available from Kenco Corporation.
I had it for lunch today.
Yeah. Now, you can get these if you want. Just contact me here at this email address, kenheronupload@gmail.com. I will get you a pigeon jerky kit, which includes the label, the bag, and not the pigeon. Sorry, I'm not a food vendor. But let's go ahead and get right into it with the news.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Everything you'd ever want to know about drones in the dronosphere. Let's head over to the newsroom with Jeff Sills. What's happening, Jeff?
Oh, fun stuff. A lot of good news this week, and a lot less about the virus. So good stuff. Yes. And we'll open this up because DJI has, I guess.
Whoa.
Okay. Tonight's drone news is brought to you by GPC Custom Drone Cases, providing you with the highest quality professional cases, so your investment is always protected when it's not in the air.
Yeah.
Custom case is also available by request. GPC, designed for life. Be original, be blue. Use discount code TNL10 for a 10% discount on all purchases at GoProfessionalCases.com. Link in the description.
Thanks for reading that with passion and panache.
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah.
Well,
I'm reading it. Well, I can tell you that we do love GPC. In fact, our buddy Lars Person sent in this picture of his GPC case. Look at that.
Yeah.
Snazzy,
Nice.
man. You know if it's blue, then it's for you. GPC, love you, mean it. Now back to the newsroom.
Okay, so DJI has snuck out more information to the FCC about a potential new drone, and I believe we have some correspondence from our UK official.
Yes, we do. Let's go to him now.
Hi, I'm Ash from DroningOn, and as usual, the American FCC certification database has given away the surprise. Now, we don't like speculation or guesswork, but what we do like are hard facts and evidence. And the FCC database over the years has proven to be just that. When a new device is engineered, it needs to have certification for its emissions in terms of Wi-Fi, for example. And today, we've just spotted on the FCC database a label that's going to be applied to the latest product from DJI, which we now know is called the DJI Mavic Air 2. Scrolling down further, and we get our first glance at the inside of this drone. And actually, the photo shows the battery bay of what is now going to be the Mavic Air 2. You heard it first on DroningOn.
Now, Jeff is not excited about this, and we'll find out why in a moment. But before it gets too far, Props Off asks, does GPC make a custom case for QX7? Yes, they can make a custom case for anything. If you want a case for your hand, they will make it for you. Yes. So, Jeff, now why aren't you excited about the Mavic Air 2?
Whenever people find this stuff in the FCC, things like that, I don't get all wound up about it because DJI has a history of playing tricks on people, and it's one of those things where I don't get excited about a product until I actually finally see the official DJI video saying, "Hey, this is our new product."
Sure, you want to take it with a grain of salt, but Ash from DroningOn, he does his research, and if you want to see that full video, there's a link in the description. I believe it. Let me know what you think in the chat. And would you buy one?
The fun part's going to be between now and release date, all of the crazy things people come up with as to what's in this drone.
Well, I mean, that's what DJI does. They count on the drone community to do their own advertising. Their advertising budget includes purposeful leakage.
Has there been any speculation on a price point yet? Is it too early in the game for that? Is it going to be somewhere between like a Mini and a Mavic 2 Pro? I mean, kind of a mid-range type drone?
You can count on it being just enough to deplete your tax refund.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
All right. So first in the news from the commercial UAV expo in Las Vegas, they've introduced the new drone that the UPS and Wingcopter have collaborated on for drone delivery, and this is a hybrid drone. So it has the ability for the tilt motors where it can, come up like a drone and then fly like a plane.
That is cool looking, man.
That is cool.
Of all the commercial drones that I've seen, that looks really cool.
Yeah. So this is the idea that they have. Wingcopter, of course, has a very strong history for making commercial drones, and it's a good collaboration. I think this one shows some promise.
Yes, and I've just got another super chat from Rodney Boozy. Thank you, Jeff. Boozy. Thank you, Jeff, for making this show somewhat adult-like. Yes, because that's what we're all about, right, Jeff?
Oh, I try.
Now back to you in the newsroom.
Jeff.
Ah, stinky.
All right. So in Massachusetts, traditional birthday celebrations have kind of become a thing of the past, courtesy of this little virus thing. And one Mashpee girl turning 13 will certainly go down with an unforgettable memory when her family decided that she was still going to have a big party. They were just going to have people drive by.
Did you have this many friends in high school? I know I didn't.
I don't have that many friends cumulative the 53 years I've been alive.
This is sped up 300 times. How? It looks like everybody... It's got to be like, okay, there's something to do. I don't know this girl. Let's get in the car and just drive by with everybody else, right? They can't be all be here.
They're really catching on. I mean, those are really the popular thing right now for birthdays. I live in Kentucky, and they're doing those like crazy here now.
The drive-by birthday?
Yep.
Wow.
Of course, in Chicago, they've been doing drive-bys for years. They just want birthday.
Hey, I got some lead for you. Happy birthday. But I mean, I'm just gonna let this roll because it's amazing.
Yeah, they had a big party that was planned in advance, and apparently because of the virus issues, they had to cancel it. But because they had put so much effort into it, the parents had come up with this idea, and then filmed it with the drone, which I thought was also a nice.
Yeah, I mean that's really nice for a 13-year-old kid. That's going to be really memorable for her. Well, even the cops showed up. Wow. What kind of kid were you in high school, Jeff?
Oh, I was antisocial.
Were you? And Kelly, were you the popular kid?
I was named wittiest my senior year, but I was like a C+ student.
You want to guess what kind of kid I was?
Oh, I think we all know.
I found that letting people think I was a psychopath worked wonders for keeping everyone from bothering me. I was the kid that if you did anything to me, I'll get you a couple months later. You'll never expect it.
Something haven't changed.
Right.
Man.
WG Brown with a $2 super chat. Many thanks, Jeff. And Metro Drones with a $10 super chat. Happy TNL, everyone. Hope everyone is well. And my goodness, Raymond Ellsworth with a $20 super chat. All for Jeff. By the way, of course, Jeff and Kelly both get portions of the super chat, as always. But tonight, also going to give Greg Kunert, our man behind the scenes, a portion. Now, you're watching this on Ready, Set, Drone. If you super chat, that goes to Kelly's channel, not mine. And he is also going to give a portion to Greg for putting this all together, because we're streaming on his channel and my channel, plus my other channel. Worldwide domination. All right.
So next in the news, the Daytona Police Department is now equipped with 2 more drones to add to its 6. These loaner drones are used to help enforce beach closures.
All right.
What we're doing here at this department is trying to leverage the technology that's out there and make it fit into this mold that is COVID-19.
Daytona Beach Police are now using 2 loaner drones equipped with loudspeakers.
We apologize for the inconvenience.
Thanks to DJI, a drone company with a disaster relief program. And these useful tools that Sergeant Tim Ehrenkoffer says helps disperse crowds and keep people out of city parks that are now closed.
Those speakers on top, that's not live. You have to record it, and then it echoes what you say. A lot of people are thinking that you can, in real time, do that. So you press a button on the app, and then it does the recording.
Let's say if you have 103 fever, that'll come in handy with letting us know from at a glance. Are you somebody who possibly has the virus? Do we need to make sure you have extra precautions?
The department hopes the 2 loaner drones will officially become theirs once the program expires, saying it's another protective layer for an officer's safety.
I think in terms of keeping officers safe, I think it's very important.
This park is currently closed.
That one shot they had of them, it looked like they were a little bit too close together, didn't it? In that one infrared? They all look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there was one shot where they hadn't even taken the stickers off the drone yet. Did you notice
Yes,
that?
that bothers me a lot.
Me too.
Yeah. Incidentally, I'll just do this live. I was sent this Palm today, which may look familiar to you. It's a Osmo Pocket clone, and if you notice here, I'm a peeler. There you go. We'll just. Oh yeah, we'll just take. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's so nice. You weirdos that leave your plastic on your electronics. Stop it! All right. Back to you in the newsroom.
Dana just crawled out of his chair.
Yeah, he did.
So omnidirectional micro aerial vehicles are a growing field of research. This particular drone is a demonstration of what these are capable of doing. And when I say omnidirectional, I mean this thing can fly any direction at any angle.
What a great experiment. That's a bunch of great technology. You got to wonder about the prop wash from the neighboring prop, though. Wow. What would be the practical use for that, though?
Well, if you had to be able to fly this and get into tight spaces or to avoid specific obstacles, that would be one of the first things that I would imagine. But also the morphology for this allows them to design this for robust environments. You could probably fly it in higher winds because of the fact that it has the ability to control itself in different directions. So it's new technology that I think will be interesting to see how it matures.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing what they're doing with drones these days.
Okay, next we have the Anchorage Police Department. They had to use their drone recently to rescue a woman that had gotten lost in the woods. This is the footage from the drone. It took them about 15 minutes to find her. But what's really interesting is that, and the interesting challenge to this, as a drone pilot, if you're looking at this, where is she?
Right. It's hard to find someone amongst trees who's not in a prone position. If you're lost, the best thing to do is just to be lie down. If you know you're being searched by a drone or a plane or something, just lie down so they can find you easier.
Yeah, when I first watched the footage, I was really struggling to figure out where she was. They had to actually kind of highlight it to say that they found it. So hats off to the pilot for picking her out of all of that background noise, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, that's a happy ending. Drones are giving people happy endings. And not to disparage at all, but later in the clip, and I don't have that part, the drone pans up and she's about 300 feet from civilization. I mean, go that way. Go that way. I'll just say it. Anyway.
Well, apparently the way that it had been described was she had gone out when a heavy snowstorm was in the area, and her footprints that would normally have led her back had gotten covered up, so that's how she got lost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What was that fairy tale where they left breadcrumbs? Who was that?
Was that Hansel and Gretel? No, that was that Little Bo Peep? No, that was.
Was it a Mother Goose thing? Let me know in the chat. It's killing me.
Yeah.
Rob Muller with a €2. Hi, I guess we'll just do that with €1. Hi guys. Greets again from Haarlem, the Netherlands. It's not Harlem. It's Haarlem. Why do people in the Netherlands use too many vowels? And no umlauts this time. That's good.
The chat is saying it was Hansel and Gretel.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, and didn't some animal eat up the breadcrumbs? I don't know. My mom hasn't told me a bedtime story in a long time. Back to you in the newsroom.
So, Obsidian, a new counter-drone technology by a company called Quintic, is using low-cost 3D radar to track and discern between threats that can be engaged using their system.
Okay, this is a force multiplier!
About 4 or 5 years ago, we realized that drones were going to become a problem. They can be used for very good means, but they can also be used for hostile means. So we invested at that point in the Obsidian counter-drone system, which has at the heart of it this radar, which is quite unique. It's like no other radar on the market. The important thing about this system is that it's not only a 3D radar, which can see and detect and track objects in 3D space, it's also sufficiently accurate to pick up the spinning motors and spinning rotors of drones so that even while they're hovering, we can pick up those aspects of it and continue to track it.
Oh my gosh. That guy had a great voice, didn't he? I could just listen to him talk all day with that accent. Is that what they call a posh accent in the UK? That's a good one. That's a good one. Sorry. I get distracted by accents. Here's Kelly Green doing an English accent.
Hello, Governor.
No.
Mighty fine day, isn't it?
Now do it without saying governor or mate. Yeah. Hold on. Let me get you some music. I'll get you some music. There you go.
Pish posh, children, get your bath. Bath? Pish posh.
Now he's just quoting Mary Poppins. A spoonful of sugar will continue the news. Wow. Okay.
Oh boy.
That's you, Jeff.
Yeah, we're going back to the news.
And go.
So, in Clara Mass Hospital in Belleville, the healthcare workers recently were touched with a touching show of support from all of the local police, fire, and EMS workers when they were treated to a caravan of vehicles going by the hospital in support for their work with the COVID virus.
Thanks to Dolan Creative Channel for sharing this. You don't even think about it. Not only healthcare workers, of which my sister is a doctor. Both my sisters are doctors. But, people that deliver your mail, take your trash out. Some places don't have trash delivery anymore. People that are stocking the shelves at Walmart.
Yeah, you take for granted all the people that are out doing this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
People working at banks, it's just...
Right, well, I can't go in a bank here. You have to make an appointment. Last I heard, but I think it's just drive-through now here. River Mersey with a 10, with a 1 pounder. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, pal. Yeah.
So next in the news, the FAA has recently had to put up a no-fly zone around the USS Mercy, USNS Mercy, which is the ship in Los Angeles that is assisting with patients. This is one of the medical ships, one of the 2 medical ships, and they've been having a problem with drones flying around the ship trying to get footage of it, etc. So they were forced to put up a TFR. But the thing that I thought was most interesting about this is that because the ship is being protected by the United States Navy and the Marine Corps, the Marines are the ones that are going after the people that are flying the drones.
Okay.
I would be less inclined to fly my drone near something if I knew that the United States Marine Corps was going to come after me for it. So that's...
they're not just going to go after the drone. They'll shoot down the drone, and then before the fiery wreckage of your drone hits the surface of the water, you'll be in handcuffs. Don't mess with the government. Like any branch of the government that carries a firearm, just let them do their thing.
Oh yes.
You do you. I'll be over here doing nothing.
Next in the news, the Chilliwack firefighters recently created a unique drone video to, I guess, reinforce the 2-meter physical distancing rules and to give you an example of what you needed to be doing.
Okay. So that's how far apart they have to be if you're going to be hanging around people. I give people more than that now. do you think after all this is over, it's not going to be normal again right away, and people take these lessons? There's going to be a lot more germaphobes, right, Kelly?
I think handshakes and hugs are a thing of the past after this is over. I won't shake hands anymore. I just won't do it.
What about being, shaking on a compact?
Not happening.
That's a deal. No blood brothers? Where you're like, all right, we're brothers for life. Cut. That's right. I have a knife within reach.
When it goes back to normal for me, I'm going back to normal. I'll be shaking hands and saying hello to people like I would any other human being. So,
not happening.
Kissing hands and shaking babies.
Oh yeah. All right. So last in the news, we have a Lithuanian photographer who came up with a genius way of keeping himself occupied. He had been taking photographs with his drone of, I guess, family members and doing portraits and stuff, and realized after a lot of feedback that he was getting a lot of people enjoying the posts that he did. So he started reaching out to more people and started doing more photos, and the people started becoming more creative. And needless to say, it became quite a bit of fun, and his works have been very, very popular on his Facebook channel.
Oh, wait a minute. What's that say? Where are my dragons? Oh, what's that character's name from the dragon show? What's that dragon show?
Game of Drones.
Yeah, the Game of Drones. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, Game of
Drones. What was it? What was her name? Palisi or Carisi or something?
Khaleesi.
That's it. I'm just kidding. I watch that show all the time. What's your favorite TV show, Jeff, other than this one?
Firefly.
Really? Firefly. You're one of those.
Yeah, I'm a brown coat.
Bring it back, man. Bring it back.
Kelly, what's your favorite TV show?
I just finished up a series on Netflix called The Stranger that's really, really good. It's a British series. Check that out if you get a chance.
I also like a show called The Stranger, but mine's about when your hand falls asleep. Sorry. All right, Jeff. Hey, thanks for being on. Who's our sponsor?
Yeah, boy, we're gonna have to talk about that sponsor. TNL News has been sponsored by Go Professional Cases, GPC, designed for life.
Yep.
Be original, be blue. Don't forget the discount code TNL10 for a 10% discount on all online purchases at GoProfessionalCases.com.
We'd like to thank them for being the sponsor for the final time. We appreciate it. Thank you. Love you, mean it, GPC. Whatever you do, don't explain it to the children. All right. Thank you, Jeff. Love you, mean it.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
All right. So I think what I'd like to do now is first say goodbye to Jeffrey, and then let's bring in Kelly from Ready, Set, Drone, because if everything's going according to plan, we should be on his channel too. Can somebody, because I'm not able to see his chat, so while I call him, here's Kelly with a fantastic joke.
Oh, I got jokes tonight.
Yeah.
What does a cloud wear under his raincoat? Oh my goodness, Scooby, don't interrupt the joke. What does a cloud wear under his... Scooby! What does a cloud wear under his raincoat?
What?
Thunderwear.
Thunderwear. Hey! Welcome to the show. How's it going? Are we on your channel too?
You are. Let me just mute this other guy. Yes, it's working perfectly. Way to go, Greg.
Oh, great. Yeah, thank you to Greg Coonert, Oz by Drone. Check out his channel. He live streams as well. And Rob Muller with a €5. Thanks, man. Don't make fun of my beautiful Haarlem. It's a great little town about 15-minute drive from Amsterdam. It's midnight, but gotta love TNL. Yeah, thanks to all the people in Europe for staying up late to watch. I know it's like 1 o'clock with Geeks Vana in south of London. I know I always say London. It's south of London. But so are you getting some super chats on your end as well?
No, I hadn't gotten any yet, I don't think. But,
really?
Okay. That's all right. That's all right. How many people are on yours right now?
Oh, well, let me see. I think like 330.
Yeah, I think I've just got the hardcore Ready Set Drum people, about 50 of us here.
Okay, cool.
But you know, it is pretty amazing that we could do this simulcast, because we tried it one time a long time ago and it didn't go well, but this time it's working like a charm, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing the jujitsu that Greg had to do. That Greg thrives on that. Oz by Drone, he's like, oh, you want to do this? Bibbity bop, boppity bip, 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 bip. Yes, Kelly?
We're getting double audio when Kelly goes full screen for some reason.
Son of a gun! Thank you. I'll fix it. Stand by.
All right. That's my rap name, Double Audio, by the way.
Boom. So that should have fixed it. Full screen. Give me a check.
Okay.
We're good.
And I've got a joke. I've got the best joke ever. What concert costs just 45 cents to go to?
What?
50 Cent featuring Nickelback. What? No, nothing. It's a money joke. I thought everyone would appreciate that.
That's
oh,
good.
Kelly,
That's
I thought
good.
you were frozen. I actually thought you were. I thought you were frozen like that.
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah, okay.
a Jeep, a drone, and an old man walk into a bar. Gave $5. Thanks, man.
Nice.
Ken, love these guys, but bring on the RC Sailors sometimes, please. You know, I haven't had the RC Sailors on in a long time. They were on back when the show was in single digits, I believe.
Yeah. I watch a lot of their stuff. You know, it's kind of weird because there are certain drone channels that like them that I don't feel like we cross pollinate that much with. You know, and maybe we should. The other one is Drone Camps with Justin. I watch his stuff a lot, and I've never met the guy.
Yeah.
But you know, I reached out recently to like Captain Drone up in Canada, Steve. I'm hoping to actually meet up with him this summer because I'm going to be up there, hopefully, if all goes well. Yeah. So all the drone people, we should all just get together and hang out.
Yeah, and there's another one up in Canada. What is it? They do live streams a lot. Canada.
I don't know.
Oh gosh, forgive me. I've been on their live stream. I can't remember. I'm so sorry.
They do it all in metric.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's not translating over into.
Right.
All right. Well, yeah.
So yeah, everything's going well. I think at one point it looked like Ken wasn't going to be able to stream to his channel, but then he was able to. So we put this as a backup plan, and we decided since it was already in place, Greg had already worked hard to get it going, we'd give it a try. So thanks to everybody who's watching on Ready Set Drone, and thanks to everybody who's watching on Ken's channel.
Canadian Drone Hub. Thank you.
Canadian Drone Hub.
Thank you. Timeless Truths. Timeless Truths. Canadian Drone Hub.
CDH. Hey,
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the movie Strange Brew with Doug and Bob McKenzie?
Yes. Yes.
I loved that movie.
Not in a while.
One of my all-time favorites. That movie. The best part was at the beginning. They do this little film. You know, I was the last one on Earth, and he's wearing a jockstrap, and he's shooting the fleshy-headed mutant with ping pong balls. Best line in that whole movie. One of the brothers is the character, and the other one says, "Psst, act." It kills me. It kills
Awesome.
me every single time.
Well, thank you so much for allowing us to do this experiment on your channel.
You're most welcome.
And you're welcome to stream on my channel anytime.
Okay, that sounds a little weird, but all right. Thank you.
My channel's your channel. All right. Awesome.
All right,
Thanks, Kelly.
Just don't stream on anything.
Right, yeah. Right, yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.
Good to see you. Take care. Have a good one.
See you, man. Thanks. All right.
Bye.
All right. So we're going to bring our guest in here in just a second. But Canadian Drone Hub, okay, so I did that. Okay. Canadian Drone Hub, I apologize for forgetting your name. And to make up for it, here is Kelly Green singing the Canadian National Anthem.
For Canada,
Land that I love.
stand beside her and guide her.
Maybe not. Anyway, thanks, guys. All
I
right,
did
so
neighbors there. Did you notice that?
you did. You turned into Jim Neighbors. Golly! All right. So we're going to bring on our guest tonight, Leonard French from Lawful Masses with Leonard French. That's his YouTube channel. There's a link in the description. Please check it out. He is the YouTube copyright guy. And we're going to learn a lot of stuff right now. As Kelly tells us a joke.
UAV of Texas, a $10 super chat. Thanks for keeping your show going, entertaining for sure.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.
You.
So here's Kelly with a joke as I bring our guest in.
Oh, okay. I got jokes.
Yeah.
How does a cucumber become a pickle?
How?
It goes through a very jarring experience.
All right.
Hey, there he is, Mr.
Hey!
French. Welcome to the show. Hey,
Thanks for having me.
What kind of hat you got there?
I paused my game to be here.
That's great. Normally, he's got this hat here, which is that your favorite?
Oh, I've got a whole room full of them. If you want me to go get some, I can change into the Eeyore hat.
Yeah, well, yeah. We can do costume changes as it goes on, like as if you were Cher. There's many costume changes. Well, hey, thanks for being on. You and I were introduced recently because I got a copyright strike.
Yes, you did.
A few days ago from a video that contained a bit of music. It was a woman who was a composer, and back when our show was like show number 23 or 4, something. It was like 2 years ago. We used a little bit of her music and recently got a copyright strike from that. But luckily, I talked to her. She was very reasonable, and she didn't understand about the whole strike versus warning system, notice versus strike. And so we were able to work it out. Didn't think I was going to be able to stream this week. It literally got cleared up about 5 hours before we went live. So that's part of the reason why we're on the other channels right now. But
yeah, I'm really happy with the way that it worked out for you.
Yeah, me too. Because going through a whole bunch of legal stuff, it's always better to talk to the party.
Apparently, Leonard's volume is really loud.
Is it? Again, geez, I'm so sorry. Let me see. So go over there. Go over there. Wait. Did that?
Check.
Check 1.
Check 1, 2. This is the power of the sound of my voice.
Oh wow, it is loud, isn't it? Is it too much? Is it?
You know, I once knew a Polish audio engineer.
Yeah.
And a Czech one too.
And zing.
I'll handle the jokes around here, Leonard.
Well, Leonard's going to be doing a lot of talking, so let's make sure we get the levels right. Is it good now? Geeks Vana says good. It's fine.
Hello.
Better. Okay. Please let me know in the chat if it doesn't. So anyway, yes. So I guess we can start off. If you have any questions for Leonard, please go ahead and put them in the chat now. Kelly, if you'll keep an eye on what questions we can ask Leonard later from the chat. But I guess let's start with the whole copyright strike thing, because when I spoke to this person, they didn't even realize that having one copyright strike versus a notice would hobble your channel as far as being able to do live streams. And that's very
really
important.
Interesting about it too.
Yeah, and I explained to this person, that's my income. For a lot of people, YouTube is like, hey, let's watch a cat play the piano. But for me, it's how I eat. So when someone gets a copyright claim, does that then turn into a strike eventually, or what is that process? Because I get those notices a lot because I play people's videos and I sometimes don't have time to change the music or whatever from it. And so I'll get a claim that says this is not a strike. This doesn't affect your account status. The copyright holder may be getting income from your channel from this video.
Those are 3 separate things. The copyright takedown is part of copyright law. The monetization claim is part of a YouTube internal policy, and the copyright strike is part of YouTube trying to obey a weird or general requirement that there be a takedown policy, a notice and takedown and disconnect policy for repeat infringers. So YouTube has interpreted the repeat infringer requirements in a way that they put a strike on the channel, and then that means you lose live streaming, and then the second strike means something else, and the third strike means your channel is shut down. But the actual DMCA takedown does not require that. It just requires that there be a repeat infringer policy that is enforced.
Okay. And so when this happened to me, they gave me an option to go to copyright school.
Oh, yeah.
And so I passed copyright school, and then got a notice that if I did nothing or couldn't get it retracted, then it would expire in 90 days, but I wouldn't be able to live stream in those 90 days, which makes sense actually, because if you get a copyright strike, if you do something wrong, then your ability to live stream and do that wrong thing again, that's what they're trying to prevent, because a lot of this stuff is they're trying to make it automatic. YouTube doesn't get involved directly. Really, they're not really even an intermediary, right? They just let the parties kind of contact one another, or am I wrong?
You're actually right on. The DMCA it's a legal procedure, and by following the legal procedure, YouTube stays in their safe harbor, and YouTube is not itself guilty of some kind of copyright infringement by hosting the copyright infringing file, since it's a user-generated content situation. So the DMCA takedown procedure is a strict requirement that if YouTube follows it, they stay safe from liability. And so they're supposed to obey a takedown, and then the counter to that is literally called a counter notice, where you can do the basically exact opposite and dispute the DMCA takedown, and then YouTube is supposed to wash its hands of it and send you guys to well, leave you to pursue things in court or work it out amongst yourselves.
Okay. And that's really the way to go. That's the way I went. Luckily, I had a reasonable person and was able to explain to them that I had no malice against her, and we worked it out.
Yeah, that doesn't always happen. I was really happy that that we gave you that option, and you took that option and ran with it and accomplished what you did. So that was really a really good outcome for you.
Yeah. Now, Kelly, are we getting any questions in there? I imagine a lot of people have questions about the use of music, and if your channel isn't monetized, if you're just a hobbyist YouTuber, a lot of people don't seem to care, if they just use copyrighted music, because there's really no consequences, I guess, or your feelings about that, Leonard?
So yeah, there's a lot of little acts of copyright infringement that people get away with, but really technically any of them could blow up into a full-on copyright claim or copyright takedown, or worse, an actual copyright lawsuit. For example, one of the that I keep finding myself bringing up is the Good Mythical Morning use of a photo of a prison in Norway. They had it on the screen for a few seconds just to show what prison they were talking about, and they ended up getting a copyright lawsuit against them. And so that's something that can happen even with a basic innocent use, or otherwise, subjectively someone believes they're making an innocent use of a copyright, it can still happen.
So fair use is very subjective, is it not? And could you give us a definition of what fair use would be?
Fair use is very difficult. Yeah, I don't know if it's subjective or objective. You have to have a subjective good faith belief that you have a fair use in order to yourself be safe. But fair use is sort of how free speech gets recognized in copyright. If you want to make use of someone else's material without their permission, really the only way to do it is either wait for the copyright to expire, which generally doesn't happen in any one person's lifetime, or you have to make a fair use. And a fair use has to be a use that falls into a balancing test. It has 4 parts, and you have to do this balancing test for every single fair use and make sure you know what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. Some recent examples are where someone uses another person's video in part to make criticism or commentary about their video. And a way that this gets misunderstood is, for example, back to the Norway prison photo example, is where Rhett and Link used the photo of the prison in Norway to talk about the prison, not the photo. So the photo and the photographer should have had a license for that photo. And so this gets really, really complicated. How can I use music? Well, not really. If you're using the music as background music to, as a background to your channel or something, that's not a fair use. But if you're talking about the music, like for the Katy Perry case that was recently decided, the Katy Perry case, you talk about the music that you're criticizing or commenting on or making educational use for, in my case, and that is more of a fair use because you're going to use only the portion that you need. You're not doing it for the same market purpose. You're making some kind of transformation to the purpose of the original
work.
So the original work was for entertainment purposes. The secondary work may have been for commentary purposes. That's a transformation.
Right, and that's the word that YouTube uses when it describes what fair use is. If you're using it in a transformative manner, but then it gets down to if it went as far as a courtroom, it would get down to your intent.
Not really.
No?
Copyright is a strict liability offense. Civil copyright is strict liability, meaning whether you've Whether you wanted to, whether you meant to, whether you intended to, doesn't matter. What the intention will come into is the damages calculation, whether you get small damages or large damages judged against you. But the actual act or claim of copyright infringement is really based on whether you did it or not really what you intended.
Okay.
It's one of very few strict liability offenses.
Are we getting some questions? Because I saw one go by that I think a lot of people have. Hunter WS asks, if I don't put ads and make money and I use an AC/DC song in a video, there's no infraction because I'm not profiting, right?
Not really. Profit does come into one of the fair use factors, but it's the least considered part of the test. So you can make a profit and be making a fair use. You can not be making a profit and still be committing copyright infringement. So that's not really part of copyright infringement itself. The damages calculation will depend on how much of a profit you made, and maybe the intention of the plaintiff. Will a plaintiff pursue an act of copyright infringement if they know they're not getting any money from the person committing the infringement? Yeah, that comes into it in the very loose subjective or like personal decision, like whether or not you sue, but not really into the legal calculation of it.
Right. I think a lot of people think that since their channel isn't monetized, that doing it is fine. But I guess in the eyes of the law, if you're using an AC/DC song in your video, that is benefiting your channel and bringing in more viewers. It's...
Yeah, that can be copyright infringement.
Right. Kelly?
Yeah, how is it determined what's protected by copyright? Obviously music. I mean, could it be a brand? Could it be, my face? How do you decide what is in that envelope of protection?
Copyright protects basically any creative work that is fixed into what we call a tangible medium of expression, which could be writing something down, could be recording it on video, could be recording the audio, taking a photograph. That's all copyrighted. It's all copyrighted automatically. There's a few more steps, and if you don't register your copyright with the Copyright Office for a fee of about $45 to $65, then you lose some rights when the infringement happens. You might not be able to get attorney's fees and costs. You won't be able to go for the higher damages that are set by law. There's statutory damages set by law, which start at $750 a title or infringement, up to $150,000 for the worst kind of willful copyright infringement. So if you don't register the copyright, which the vast majority of people don't register it, then you're only going after actual damages. You're not getting your attorney's fees back. You could easily spend more on your attorney and prosecuting the case than any money you're ever going to get back. So a lot of copyright infringement goes completely unprosecuted simply because it was never anticipated in the beginning. It was, outside of the fortitude of a party that really wants to pursue and, nail somebody to the wall with one of the stricter laws that we have in the U.S. and I guess the world. Chevy Gun Photography asks, does YouTube offer music when making a video? YouTube does have a music and sound effects library. A lot of people have definite opinions on how good it is. Yeah.
But a lot of creators, some creators dismiss the importance of music and or sound effects and just, feel as though they can't just have a video without music or something to go with it audio-wise. And that's really not the case. If you're wanting to be a monetized channel and a serious YouTuber, you might want to consider getting a production music library that you pay monthly for. I use Epidemic Sound.
Yeah, same here.
And they license, and it's a wonderful source. It's what I use for all of my videos. Kelly, do we have any questions from? I see a lot of chat going by, but my old eyes, I can't see it that well.
Yeah, well, let me ask one real quick, and then I'll get to a couple in the chat.
Yeah.
Ken and I used to do a morning radio show, and about 4 or 5 years ago, we had an artist from Nashville come in and sing a song in the studio, and it was just tremendous. It was terrific, and I think it's got maybe 250,000 views now. But if you search that artist, by the way, her name is Alexandra Kay, and she sang a version of Jolene. If you search that, you'll find about 5 versions of that. Not only the one we posted on our page, but 4 or 5 versions that were stolen from our page and posted by somebody else on their YouTube channel. How is that legal? Obviously, Ken and I weren't profiting off that post or that video because it was her song or it was a song, it wasn't hers. But how is that legal? Where you just basically swipe something off somebody else's channel, post it on your channel?
So there's a couple layers to that. First off, I'll forget about the cover of Jolene for a moment because that's not her song, right? So she covered it. There's a whole other copyright issue there.
Yep.
But if the copyright was in the recording, the audio-video recording that you guys did, that's your copyright. You get to issue takedown notices to channels or people who used that without your authorization. Now, they might come back and say, but that wasn't your song. You don't own that copyright. But that's a weird... That's going to be a totally different analysis. How copyright only protects what you have created. So she didn't create Jolene, but she created her cover of Jolene. So it does actually protect it. And the separate dispute is whether or not she had the right to sing a cover of Jolene on your show. But that's a whole separate issue. You own the copyright in your recording of that. If you were the one who recorded it.
I guess that's why so many artists do covers.
There's actually also a compulsory right to cover. Original artists cannot stop other artists from creating covers. However, recording a video of a cover synced to the audio also requires a sync license. So there's a separate copyright there that it doesn't have a compulsory right. You don't necessarily have a compulsory right to a video sync on a cover. So that's a whole other analysis as well.
Does the same rules apply to song parody?
Parody is a very specific kind of fair use, but yes, that's a fair use. Parody is automatically a fair use, but getting to parody is not automatic. Your parody needs to be very specifically a commentary or criticism of the original. It can call to mind the original, it can even use the original, but just rewriting lyrics, for example, is not automatically a parody. You must be parodying the original. So if I rewrite a song in order to make it a jingle for my car dealership, that's very likely not a parody. I would need to be rewriting a jingle, or somebody's song to make a jingle that makes fun of the original song, mocks it, criticizes it, comments on it, something.
Okay. So the subject can't be the product. The subject has to be the song itself.
Right.
Wow. We done messed up in Radioland, didn't we?
This happens all the time, though. This is totally normal for these things to get misinterpreted. I've been studying these things for the past 8 years as an attorney, and at least 5 years studying fair use and everything. And it is very complicated, and it's not something that I really expect. Even the law doesn't really expect you to fully understand fair use. It expects you to test for fair use and to form a sincere, good faith belief that you are making a fair use. If you do that, you are as protected as you can be under the law. You might still get a copyright claim, but you won't be liable for a misrepresentation under a specific part of the copyright law. So that's not licensed to go make non-fair uses of things if you just say you have a sincere good faith belief, but rather there is a part of the law, is what I was trying to say, that doesn't think that you're going to know what the right answer is either.
Right. And being in Radioland, we used to have to comply and subscribe to BMI or ASCAP, which are Kelly, can you explain for people what those are?
It's basically a way that songwriters get paid. They get paid from music royalties, and those companies generate those royalties for songwriters, so songwriters can get paid from radio stations playing their songs on the radio.
Right. It's not all just music sales.
Right.
400 AGL with a $5 super chat. Thanks, man. He says, do you have to copyright each video, or can you do channel wide in the case of YouTube?
Oh, that's a good question. I would have to look into the specific requirements. But you can find it yourself. Copyright.gov has a quick PDF of what can be copyrighted and like how you register it. So yes, you can register an album of music, or at least there's a bill in the works right now that will let you register an album of music. You can register a compilation of photographs. But some of the way you register that changes your rights, because remember I said the statutory minimum is $750 per infringement. Is that per song of a group or album that is registered? No, that's for the album, $750 for the album. So it changes the way your damages are calculated. The thing is, every video you make, at the moment that you record it, it has copyright protection. Registering the copyright is to get all the copyright protection, to make sure that all of your you have all the legal remedies available to you at law, which is mostly statutory damages and the ability to get your attorney's fees, court costs, and transcript fees back.
We're getting a lot of questions coming in. Look, Kelly, looks like you want to say something. Please make a note of the questions people have, just the ones I can see right now. AV Drummer, is there a way to search to find out if anyone is using your music? I assume you're talking about on YouTube. There is a handy little tool, and I haven't used this a lot, but let me just go ahead and share the screen here. This is, and I'll put a link to this in the description for later, but this is where you can you can do a search on a song and it will tell you if you can use it or not. Now, many of you have seen videos where one car passes another car super fast and they use that MC Hammer, you can't touch this. Well, if you do a search, this song is not available for use in your YouTube videos. If you use this song, your video may be blocked or muted. And there was a channel specifically that had a bunch of these videos made with that song, you can't touch this, and they demonetized basically his whole channel. So this is a great little search tool. Kelly, pick a song, any song, and I'll just do a search.
How about Ice Ice Baby, the classic from Vanilla Ice?
Ice Ice Baby. Come on, YouTubes. Am I using too much bandwidth? Hey, baby. Ice Ice Baby from Vanilla Ice. So you do the drop down window here. This song is not available for use. So this is a quick way to find out if the music you're using is copyrighted. You can also do an unlisted upload if you have clips or something else. If you upload your video and leave it unlisted for a few hours, YouTube will tell you before you post it if it's going to be okay. Any other questions there, Kelly?
Yeah, I'm guessing, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Leonard, that YouTube uses algorithms or software to catch these copyright violations, and sometimes, or maybe a lot of times, they can be wrong. Does that sound correct?
Yeah, that's the content ID system they use to identify content that is in their library as coming from another creator. And each creator, especially the highest level creators, major media companies, large YouTube channels, I'm guessing like 1 million or more subscribers, have access to a special content ID system that allows them to set rules automatically. What do you do when you find a matching content ID claim? Sometimes they can automatically monetize, sometimes they can automatically DMC a takedown. Other times they just list in a list that then is notified to someone who can decide what to do, and that's how we end up with a bunch of manual claims sometimes. And even creators at our level with the 100,000 subscriber or more level, I think, get access to a basic content ID system, which gives you a list of matches and then lets you not automatically do anything, but at least lets you know that there's a match, and then you can go on to do something about that if you want.
Right. Yeah, I've used that a few times where you can see who is using a portion of your video. Usually it's a bunch of Russians. I mean, sorry if you're watching from Russia, we love you and everything, but I've had lots of videos just sucked down and put as they were on a Russian website, a version of YouTube, and I'm not getting credit for those views. So that brings me to another question, and there's many more questions in the chat. Why does copyright law differ so drastically from country to country, and how does YouTube deal with that? Is YouTube, as they're an American company, I assume, right?
Yeah, YouTube is mostly dealing with American copyright law. The only time YouTube has to deal with foreign copyright law outside the US is when they're licensing something to put on YouTube on behalf of YouTube, the company. So, you know, YouTube also allows you to purchase videos and movies and shows and things like that. So that's licensed content. And then they have some kind of legal compliance with each country when you're showing something on YouTube. Certain channels can specify what countries are allowed to watch that content and what countries are not. That's about it. Otherwise, YouTube is dealing with American copyright law, and therefore the world that wants to deal with YouTube has to learn American copyright law.
Okay, because I do know in the UK, television shows are allowed to use, like pop music and stuff in their television shows a lot easier than it is for us. It seems.
Okay.
Anyway, that's the way it seems to me.
I'm not so familiar with UK copyright laws, so I'll leave it to you on that one.
So what's the best way to get permission to use a song? If I've got a specific song I want to use in my video and I'm going to stop at nothing to use that song, how do I get permission?
Two major ways. One, you can literally reach out to the creator or artist if they are a person that is reachable. The larger the organization, the more likely they will use an agent or licensing organization. The second way is then to use the agent or licensing organization. Harry Fox Agency is one. You already talked about ASCAP. So, and some of them have blanket licensing terms. You can make sure that you have a contract and you understand your contract with that agency. Then you go and play the music that you need, and then you remit your report and payment for your number of viewers or something. But you have to work that all out in advance. If you just go use ASCAP music or mainstream music, you're going to be taken down or subject to that YouTube policy page that you just saw there, Ken. With Ice Ice Baby and all that.
Okay, here's a question from Tripo Tri Pro. Sorry, man. A question: and I get this a lot. I get this question a lot, and I never know how to answer. If a channel is not monetized, is it okay to use the music if you give credit to them at the end of the video? I don't think you can.
It doesn't change the analysis at all.
Right.
Monetized or not monetized, it's whether or not they have a copyright, and whether or not they enforce that copyright. So the first question is a legal question. The second question is a practical question. If they have a copyright, is going to be a basic question of who owns the protected material, who is the creator, did they fix it in a tangible medium expression, then they have a copyright. Is it an original work, in other words? You can't copyright facts. So if I write down some math equations, or if I write down some telephone numbers from the phone book, or if I'm just talking about the facts about a news report, none of that's copyrightable. But then if someone has a copyright, whether or not they'll enforce it against you is another question. Very, very few small creators are going to really heavily enforce their copyrights unless they see that you are a large organization making a large profit from it. I have a video or two that have gone viral. Unfortunately, they're not my law videos. They're more like things that have happened to me. Like I got pulled over by a fake cop car last year.
Oh, wow.
So when I find that video on various websites like World Star Hip Hop, then I go after them for a license. And I think we have gotten licensed for most of the uses of that video. And so that's been a couple $1,000s now for a viral video because we chose to pursue the licensing.
Uncivil Law with a $5 super chat. Thanks, man. YouTube lawyers unite. I do not accept this offer to contract. I do not consent to these proceedings. Love you, Leonard. You got a fan out there.
It's a quote that R. Kelly put in a response in his lawsuit last year against somebody sued him, and he said, "I don't consent to this offer to contract."
Okay, and
I do not
Larry
consent to these proceedings.
Larry Villa with a $5 super chat. Thank you. Also, if you shorten a song from an artist, are you breaking any copyright laws? Well, I guess that gets down into the sampling.
You're
question.
starting to get closer to a fair use, but how you did it and whether you made a transformative use is different. If you just shortened it because you're going to use it as background music and you only need a few seconds or 30 seconds or whatever, that's still copyright infringement. But you have to know and understand the point of fair use. You're making some kind of criticism or commentary on the music. So if you shorten it in order to show it to someone and say, look, this is what Katy Perry did. She used a descending minor ostinato here, and the other artist used a descending minor ostinato, but it ended on a different note, and the portamento was different. And if you're talking about the music, that's much more of a fair use. Still, that's not like it's not individual legal advice. You need to do this kind of analysis for each and every use, and I don't have nearly enough information about what you mean by shorten the thing and put it on. So I can't tell whether you're just shortening it with nothing more. That's probably copyright infringement. But if you're shortening it and making other steps towards fair use, then that's very likely a fair use.
Okay, Kelly, we got any questions backed up in the chat for everybody?
Yeah, I guess the most important question. That sewing machine there in the background, is that used to make lawsuits?
Hey, that's a good one. And speaking of your background, it looks like you have a drone back there. Do you have a drone back there?
I do. I have a drone back here.
Okay.
I have Arducopter. Hang on.
Yeah, get that thing. Let's see what kind of drone you got.
This is my 550 Arducopter.
And it's protected against the viruses.
It's wearing a COVID-19 mask. So.
Okay, good.
It's also a little dusty because it hasn't flown for a while, so you'll have to apologize for that.
And that's an FPV drone?
It was supposed to be an FPV drone. It turns out I get motion sick from FPV, so I don't do it.
And you found out mid-flight, did you?
No, I found out from VR mostly.
Okay.
Or before I really got to. So I had some other issues. I'm looking at the wrong camera. When I built this drone, I never took the metal prop rings from out the inside of the props, and the props actually they would spin when the motors would spin up, the props would slip. And so I actually crashed this thing about half a dozen times before I figured that out. And that was among the last times I flew the thing because I got busy with this channel and really haven't been flying that drone too much since then, although I do now have a DJI Mavic Pro, or the original.
Cool.
That I fly more.
And by the way, this is Leonard French. I don't have a fancy graphic with your name, but Leonard French from Lawful Masses with Leonard French. It's his YouTube channel. You should check it out. There's a link in the description. I encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to his channel. And let's take this time. I hope we're still having fun. People seem to have great questions and are enjoying the information. Let's take a moment to do a quick costume change and switch hats.
Oh.
All right, stand by for hat change.
Yes.
How about a deer stalker?
Oh, that's awesome. How many hats you got on standby?
Oh, I got to grab some from another room if we need to do more quick changes.
All right, that's awesome. So
you get to give me like 20 seconds.
David Cassidy, thanks, man, for the $10 super chat. This is great information. Keep doing what you do. Kelly, have you seen any other? I see from Grooms Lake Fisherman. What about mixing music like how a DJ would, along with some of their own beat and sound effects music?
Oh, that's one of my favorite questions.
Yeah.
This is a really contemporary topic of law because this hasn't really been tested that often. But when I went to law school, there was Greg Gillis and Girl Talk who would take samples and make entirely new pieces of music out of those samples. And these kinds of cases went to court, and it's very much on the line. Is that a fair use? Is it per se copying? Because each individual sample is a per se copyright infringement. Per se meaning automatic copyright infringement. You use a little portion of somebody's music, but you're making a direct copy of it. That's supposed to be an automatic copyright infringement. But then you're using only a small portion, but you're using the portion that is the most important, the heart of the copyrighted work, the hook, or the that beat from that song that everybody will immediately recognize that song because they know that beat, or they know that drop, or they know that bass line or something.
For instance, Bittersweet Symphony sampled the Rolling Stones. Kelly, you're familiar with this one. And that was a whole big kerfuffle. You're familiar with that. And all the time it seems like, didn't Led Zeppelin get accused of stealing Stairway to Heaven?
Stairway, yes, and that was recently resolved as well. Though that was resolved on a very interesting grounds. The original song, I forget the original. Taurus wrote.
Yeah, it was.
I forget it.
I remember hearing it, and it was a. Remember, Kelly? We did that one day on the radio. I was like, "Oh my God, they stole Stairway." Yeah. And
the thing is they didn't bring that case for some 30 or 40 years after the situation was a live copyright infringement, but they brought it now. And because of the copyright laws changing in 1978, I think it was 76, Taurus by Spirit or Spirit by Taurus, I forget which one it was only the copyright was only the sheet music. So the jury was not supposed to get a chance to hear the music and compare them side by side. It was rather, was the sheet music infringing? And that was, the sheet music was literally 8 bars of handwritten music. That was what the dispute ended up being because of the way the law worked out. The previous Copyright Act did not have a sound recording protection for music.
Cool. Kelly?
The most popular question in the chat is about a contest we do on
Yes.
this show called 1 Second Song.
Hold
and I don't
on.
think Ken's ever gotten any kind of copyright strike, or you've never gotten in trouble for it.
Let me explain. And
I think that's a fair use. But go ahead.
Leonard, do you have time to stick around?
I have a little time to stick around, yeah.
Okay.
Probably about another 50 minutes or so.
Okay. Do you want to play a game? Do you want to pit? Are you good at guessing? Do you want to play 1 Second Song against Kelly?
Me, I'm not. I'm no good with that. Believe it or not, I'm no musicologist.
Oh, really?
Sorry.
All right.
It would be very disappointing. I'd be happy to try, but I'd be very disappointed.
Well, let's try. All right, and
Okay.
we'll pit you against Kelly against the chat. Okay, so right now, pick me, and we're gonna pick. We're gonna pick a winner. Now, don't say their name out loud. We're gonna keep their names to ourselves until the end.
So pick one contestant for me and one for Leonard?
Yes. So if Kelly wins, one person gets it. If Leonard wins, another person gets it. And
Okay, so I've got to write somebody's name down.
I'll get it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kelly's got it.
Okay, he's got it. Good.
Yeah, and Kelly's the official scorekeeper too, and he never cheats, right?
Never.
Right. So this is the prize. This is the Skyview Pro drone. It's pretty cool. It's large, perfect for kids to fly around the house and alleviate boredom. So, do we have? And I'll keep an eye on the chat for the answers.
Contestants are locked in. Would you like to see them, or are we going to reveal them at the end?
We'll reveal them at the end. But now the introduction song.
It's a song, it's a 1 second song. So it's way too short for you to try to sing along. It's a song, it's a 1 second song. Take a guess and see if you're right or wrong. It's a song, it's a 1 second song. You can win a prize made in Hong Kong.
Okay, so if you're new to the
really good ditty.
Well, thanks. If you're new to the channel, to the stream, and you're wondering what we're doing, basically this is my way to get around YouTube copyright stuff by playing 1 second's not gonna, right? I can play 1 second
They
or
did
something.
say 5 seconds is now legal on YouTube. You could still get a DMCA takedown, but you can't get a monetization claim.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It still could be copyright infringement, if depending upon how you use it. I think this is going to be a fair use because it's just 1 second and you're doing it for a different purpose than I don't know.
Yes.
Don't hold me to it.
I'm gonna hold you to it. You're held to it, sir. All right. So use your name as your buzzer, and so again, and if the chat wins, I'll pick somebody in the chat to win the prize. Okay.
Okay.
Geeks Vana with a 5-pounder. Thanks, man. Can we have a shout out for the awesome folks in the Side B chat? Whoop. Yes, I'm not monitoring the Side B right now, but thanks to everybody. How many people we got in there, Geeks Vana? I'm thinking maybe double digits if we're lucky. Side B is my second channel that has a lot of prank calls and radio stuff. It's a whole bunch of comedy. You want to check that out. All right, Side B. All right, so here is the first 1 second song. Now, Kelly, your era is the 80s.
Yes.
So all of these songs are 80s rock songs. Leonard, Kelly knows every single skinny tie, wacky Euro 80s band. So,
Good.
all right,
Good.
here.
Then he can do all the work.
Yeah. Use your name as your buzzer. Here's the first one. I think the chat's going to get you on this. One more time, 1 second song. Kelly, you got anything?
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
Leonard? Okay. Let's see. Who got it in the chat? They got the... I think
It's cyanide.
Lon Dirty. I think I'll go back later but it is Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. And this is the part of the song where they list 5 ways of doing the dirty deeds. First person to list all 5 of the dirty deeds in the AC/DC song will win a set of eyeballs. I don't know if you know this, Leonard, but I have these eyeballs on offer that you put on your drone, and then birds won't hit your drone.
Oh, cool.
It's
an
cool
interesting idea.
and practical.
That works for people too.
Yes, but people will stay away from your drone.
Well, no, if you put an extra set of eyeballs on your head, your forehead, People stay
that's
away from you too.
Yeah, that's right. All right, here's the next 1 second song.
Kelly.
Yes, Kelly.
I got
Leonard-
a photograph.
Leonard, chance to steal. Chance to steal. He helped you out there.
I have absolutely no idea.
He just said it.
Wait a minute. If I said it, I get it.
That was
Yeah.
past the time. That's a point for Leonard. It was photographed.
Okay. Automatically get a point here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Photographed by Def Leppard.
My dog is not happy with this ruling. I gotta let him out of the room.
Everybody in the chat got it. Yes, Ten Toes.
Oh, it's cute.
Yeah. Now you have a couple dogs too. In fact, you have dogs in your channel logo. What are the names of your dogs, and are they handy?
I have a German Shepherd named Ilsa and a Golden Retriever named Nico, and they are not handy. Since I've been spending more time with my fiance in Europe, my dogs have been staying with my parents. They got used to staying with my parents, and now they're basically my parents' dogs.
Aw.
So, no, it's fine. My parents are retired. They just recently retired, and they need something to help them keep active. And the dogs get a bigger backyard and a cleaner house and 2 people to hang out with.
But
it's funny because when I go to take them with me, Nico wants to go with me, the Golden Retriever, but Ilsa will walk out to the far side of the yard and lay down and make it really obvious that she doesn't want to leave.
Aw. Dogs are so transparent.
Yeah, but it's okay. I mean, I wouldn't want to either. It's a much nicer property, and they get a lot more attention.
Do you ever call your parents up and say, "Let me talk to my dogs," and they put them on the phone, and you say, "Hello"?
Basically, yeah, we've done video chat like that, and even speakerphone. They'll describe like, "Oh, your boy ran over, and he's looking at the phone, and he's wagging his tail."
Yeah, my mom does that on video chat too. But I digress. On with the game. Here's the next 1 second song.
Kelly.
Yes, Kelly.
Asia, heat of the moment.
Oh, you're ready for Rock and Roll Jeopardy. Leonard, did you recognize that one?
Not at all.
Oh my! How old
I'll
of
tell you all afterwards why.
How old of a fella are you?
I'm 40.
40.
So
Okay.
I grew up during the 80s, but I was raised in a Christian household, and we didn't really listen to too much of the rock because that's what the bad kids listen to.
Oh right, yeah. Well, this is all devil music. So
I really enjoy all that stuff now, but I don't have like a knowledge base
right.
for it.
Well, the chat's doing really well, and here's the next 1 second song.
Kelly.
Yes, Kelly.
Rock and Roll by Joan Jett.
Oh man!
Guys, you're on the ball.
Wow. You walk over, but you limp back, Leonard. All right. It's really unfair to play against a radio guy, even if it's out of his wheelhouse.
Oh, I'll be a good sport, though, I promise.
All right, cool. Here is the next one.
Smell of wine.
Kelly.
Yes, Kelly.
Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that one. I was getting there. I was getting there. You just faster than me.
It's amazing how the brain will stitch the rest of the song together. You just need a little seed. So now I'm going to delve into something I don't know if Kelly's ever even heard, but we got some rock and rollers out there that are going to appreciate this. Here we go. Yeah. Mike Roche knows this one, don't you, Mike? Come on, chat. Anybody? You guys are... Huh?
There you go. Yeah, play the cricket sound.
Yes, Matt Johnson. It's Maiden, man! Maiden!
There you go.
Run to the Hills by Iron Maiden.
All right. We did a copyright story on them with the video game Ion Maiden, which had to change its name.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, I guess they would, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Iron Maiden is quite a famous trademark, so trying to capitalize on that with Ion Maiden.
And
Didn't work.
they're still alive and touring, aren't they? Or are they?
They're alive enough to file a trademark law.
Yeah, right. This next one is from a band that was widely sampled.
Kelly.
Yes.
Queen, Another One Bites the Dust.
Yes.
Nice.
So far, Leonard, would you say
I knew the title on that one.
Would you say that this game is safe?
Yeah, so far, I mean, it sounds like it's safe, but let me qualify safe here, though. Somebody could try to make a point out of you're using music for the purpose of the music.
Right.
You know, you're not commenting on the music. You're trying to use it to make a game. So, you know, if it was a photograph or if it was a longer amount of music, yeah. At the same time, fair use requires you to be using it for a market usurping purpose. So you have to be overlapping the market and not transforming. And I think you're transforming here in that you're doing this as a event on a radio show or YouTube show, as opposed to using it to play music for someone.
Okay.
Part of the market usurpation purpose is, or fair use is, do I have to go and listen to the song now? Because I listened to one second of Another One Bites the Dust, can I now not go listen to Another One Bites the Dust because I've already heard it? No. Obviously, it's you're recalling it, but you're not performing it beyond that one. I think it's a minimal copyright infringement if it is, or it's a thin fair use if it's a fair use.
So
but I think you're right on the line there, and that's where some of these copyright disputes get really interesting.
So if some TV exec is watching and would think, man, this would make a great game, we should pick that up. 1 second song, would this fly on network television?
Well, I mean, do you have a copyright then on the 1 second song concept? Probably not.
Well, not the concept, but the game itself with these snippets. 1 second, would that be covered under the TV's version of ASCAP or whatever it is? Or do they have that?
What do you mean? Do you owe a license fee for all those 1 second songs? I don't think so.
Okay, but like a television station could do this without,
I'd want to research it a lot more before I gave a real good answer. But it does sound like it's right on the line there, where it would need to be analyzed a little bit more in depth before I'd be comfortable advising a full television station with a big audience and a big budget that somebody could sue over. Yeah.
Right. Kelly?
There's a game show I saw last week. I think it's called Beat Shazam or something Shazam, hosted by Jamie Foxx, that is so similar to 1 second song. It's eerie.
Oh, really? Yeah. Do we have a case, Leonard?
No, well, that brings up something. The copyright doesn't protect the concepts. It protects the expression. So you can make your version of that game, and somebody else can make their version of that game, and even two companies can make basically the same game out of something as long as they're doing it with their own creative expression instead of copying each other.
So I can make a board game about prisoners buying up real estate and call it Conopoly.
Well, maybe not calling it Conopoly, but you're on the right track there. You can make a Monopoly style board game as long as you make your own artwork and come up with your own expressions of the game mechanic ideas.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do a few more here. Here is the next 1 second. Are we still having fun? Let me know in the chat. Are we still having fun?
I'm not having fun.
I see the word Disney in there, and you know that Disney is a very litigious company, very protective of all their stuff. They've sued like kindergartens for using a goofy like character. So yeah, don't mess with Disney.
They recently went after a parent-teacher association that played movies while their kids were being watched during parent-teacher meetings and events.
Oh yes, that's right. Freaking
they got
Disney.
$250 from that parent-teachers association.
Good for them. They needed it.
And they want $250 for each showing. So,
wow.
It's not just a blanket license.
All right, here's the next 1 second song.
Kelly.
Yes, Kelly.
Toto, Africa.
Wow.
That's my wife.
Hey, wife.
Hey, Kelly's wife. No, it's not his daughter. Hey. She doesn't look 40, but she is.
Oh,
snap! Look what I did.
You don't look 40, but you are.
Look what I did.
27.
27. You're very pretty. Okay, bye-bye now. All right. All right. I'm going to play. And Leonard, I apologize in advance. Kelly will get this. I'm going to play half a second. Now, Kelly, I want you to count to 10 and give the chat and Leonard a chance. So count to 10 with your fingers before you make a guess. I'm gonna. Okay. Watch his face when I play this. He will know it right away. Here it is again. Half a second.
I don't need you to play any more of it. I'm still not going to be able to figure it out based on.
Do you know it? Do you know it?
Somebody in the chat already
yes,
got
they
it.
got it. They got it. Chat wins on that one. And if you need a little bit more, a full second would be. Yeah.
There you
so
go.
That's it. That's the one. All right. How many more you want to do? I got a few more. Are we okay? All right, we'll do this one. What's the score? Chat. Oh, okay. So Kelly's
My
winning.
one consolation point.
Yeah, it's a consolation point. Well, you're our guest. It's a decent thing to do.
It is.
Yeah. All right. Here's the next.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You bet. We're throwing you a bone. Here's the next 1 second song.
Kelly,
Oh God. Yes, Kelly.
Need You Tonight by NXS.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Here is the last one. You're crushing it, right, Kelly?
Yeah, 6-3 to 1.
All right. On this one, I need you to count to 15 before you make a guess.
15. Wow.
Yeah, 15. Okay. Use 2 hands and a foot. Here we go. 1 second song. Again. Come on, chat. Come on. No, the name of the song isn't Kelly's Wife is a Fox.
Kelly.
Yes, Kelly.
The chat beat me.
Did it? Oh. Nice. Yes, that's Don Henley, The Boys of Summer. And what is the final score? Who wins?
Kelly 6, chat 4, Leonard 1.
All right. So who was who won? Who won the drone?
Kelly was playing for Carl's Corner. Leonard was playing for Gary Greeley. Carl's Corner wins the drone.
Hey! All right. Now, I'm a little daffy, so I won't remember. So make sure you email me and remind me what you won. KenHeronUpload@gmail.com. I have another question for you, Leonard. You still got a minute or two?
Yeah, we're still good.
Okay. But so the thing that I do at the end of these things is just because I'm just playing 1 second, and just to give everybody kind of a release to play an entire song, I sing at the end.
Oh.
This would be parody, and so I'm going to sing a song that's a parody. Check 1, check 2, check 2, check 2 of The Boys of Summer. Don Henley, way out of my range. If you cringe when I do this, go ahead and mute for just about a minute. Yeah. That's right. Nobody on the road, nobody on the beach. There's germs in the air, a cure is out of reach. Empty lake, empty streets, the sun goes down lone. Snuck over to your house, 'cause I know that you're home. I can see you, your pale skin needs a little sun. You got your toilet paper stack in your respirator on, baby. I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the COVID-19 has gone. Yeah.
Nice.
And so do I have a legal leg to stand on for that?
I could argue it for you, sure.
Okay, so that was a karaoke track that I did pay for.
Okay, good.
So that cool? We good with that? Okay. So I
was worried.
Is there any other questions from the chat that we didn't get to, Kelly?
I think most of them are about my wife, so no, they're all not.
All right, so I do have a question, and this is something that anyone who's had a viral video will be familiar with, and that is predatory video distribution companies like Viral Hog. Have you had to deal with any of that stuff?
oh, you're going to hate me. I have 2 of my viral videos with Viral Hog. And I'm on the fence as to whether I would actually recommend them or not. But they have done their job for the most part. I occasionally have to email them and almost literally legally yell at them.
Oh.
You know, hey, you haven't collected revenue from these people for a long time. You know, get on that or else.
So how does that work? If you have a viral video and you give it to Viral Hog, then they distribute it and then give you the money, or they go after the people that are trying to use it?
Yeah, they both distribute it, but I mostly did it to go after the people that were infringing. One of them was when someone actually attacked me, did not like in the severe physical injury sense, but more like the Karen sense, I guess we would call it today. And so I have a Karen video, we'll put it that way. And I was riding my bicycle, and it's an electric bicycle, and she did not like the fact that I had an electric bicycle on the bike path, and so Karen attacked me. And so I gave that one to Viral Hog so I wouldn't have to deal with it, because I just didn't really care about that video other than, you know, making whatever best of the situation I could. And the other one was the fake cop video, which went viral, and so many places, so many people were making copyright infringements of it that I just found it would be distracting from my actual law practice and job and channel and all that for me to pursue all of that. So I gave it to Viral Hog so that they could pursue it. And for the most part, that's worked out. Maybe I could have done better if I hadn't given it to Viral Hog, but I did okay. A couple $1,000s total for the 2 videos over the course of the last couple years.
Okay, so if I get your permission to play that viral video on this stream, and then Viral Hog says you can't do that unless you have permission.
Yeah, I can no longer give you permission because
you can't.
as part of I licensed it to Viral Hog exclusively, which was a decision that I made knowingly. And so I don't have the right to give you permission.
Okay.
I could certainly put you in touch with Viral Hog, and I'm sure that they would charge a minimal amount of money, but I don't think that I have the right to give permission anymore on those.
Okay, so if I played the video but commented on your hair or the bike.
Comment on the video, yeah. Comment on the contents of the video. Use the minimum amount necessary to make your commentary. Yeah, that sounds much more like a fair use.
Okay, so like Mystery Science Theater, was it 5,000 or whatever? They do that
3,000.
with 3,000. They do that with movies, and that is fair use.
No,
it's not.
They actually. So the whole reason MST3K originated was because they wanted to do something with all the extra footage, all these bad movies that KTLA TV had. So they actually used the licensed KTLA TV library. And only later, when the show became popular, did they start using non-KTLA movies and footage, and that still needed to be licensed. They're still showing the whole movie from end to end, and you don't have to watch the movie then when you're done watching the MST3K show on it.
So if you see Mystery Science, and now I'm not a fan, so I don't have the acronym, but Mystery Science Theater, if you see any of that on YouTube, that's a problem then, isn't it?
If someone's doing a Mystery Science Theater 3000 style show where they're showing an entire movie and commenting on it along the way, that's actually probably not a fair use.
Huh.
Is there a way it could be made a fair use? I mean, the law allows for it, but it has to be that the entire movie was necessary in order to make the fair use and make the commentary, make the criticism point. I don't really see how that's going to be too easy without tremendous planning on someone's part. So I'm going to say automatically not a fair use on that one.
Kelly, any more questions from you?
Jerry Calverley, who just gave a $2 super chat, is the Bird song okay? Every now and then Ken will play The Bird by, I can't remember who does that song. I would say that would be in violation.
The Trash Man. I do, and I've never gotten a notice or anything from it. It's usually kicked off whenever Jeff says the word bird.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird.
But
and then we all dance and
licensing
everything.
Organization represents that artist. I really don't know my music artist too well. But there's an organization that represents that, and you technically should have a blanket license so that you can play the song whenever you want.
Okay. And thank you, Jimmy J. Kicking it parody style, he says, and Vegas Buck with a 777 super chat for the karaoke fund, and our buddy, let me get a sound effect ready, Philip Cochat. That is his real name. That's how you say it. Just to let you know, Leonard, we had this whole thing where I was making fun of his name, and he doesn't mind because his name implies that you are going to the restroom with a buddy.
Aha.
Yeah, Koshat.
All right.
Great show tonight. Such great content about content. Yes. And again, thank you, Jerry. So, thank you for your time tonight. And
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
And I don't think you would mind if I let people know that you and I did a test call, and in that call you confessed to me that you love doing this. You love helping people in YouTube land.
Could be too big of a heart a little bit sometimes, but I like helping, and so anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Well, it is very much appreciated. Thank you so much for the information. You're welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So are you.
All right. Well, thanks, man. Do you have one more hat before we go?
I don't. I only have the original hat. So.
Okay.
You know.
Well, again.
So that I'm not bald. I don't wear the hats for being bald.
You're not.
That's
You're
about
not
the only thing
balding.
I can do here.
You're not balding, are you?
No, I mean, look, a receding hairline. As I get
No,
older,
man.
but,
You, that's hair. That's there forever. Kelly, let's see your head. Kelly, let's see your head there, buddy. Woo! That's good stuff. Awesome. Well, thanks, man, for being on with us. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your time, sir. Again, this is Leonard French from Lawful Masses with Leonard French. That's his channel. Please check him out. There's a link in the description. Parade wave. See you, man.
See you.
All right.
Have a good one.
Well, how about that guy?
He's awesome. He needs to be on the show every week. Quite possibly one of the best guests you've ever had on the show.
Yeah, so much information. My goodness.
And he knows his stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. So I apologize. We got going a little bit long there, and I have a bunch of viewer videos right here. Should we get going with one of those?
Let's do it.
All right.
Should we thank a sponsor first?
Nah, to hell with them.
You got that right.
They're watching. Sorry, sponsors. No, of course. RemotePilot101.com. We love them. You should love them too. If you're looking to get your Part 107, 14 CFR Part 107 certification so that you can make money with your drone legally, well, Jason Shepard and RemotePilot101.com makes it easy. Here is the website right here. It's video-based instructional videos. You can join up right now. It's one small price for life. And that way, every time you need to take your test over again, which is every 2 years here in the United States, then it's there. And they update it all the time. Use Heron18, Heron 18 for 30% off, and that'll knock the $149 down to about $104, and you're good forever. Jason Chapper, man.
You got to pay the FAA every 2 years, but you only pay Jason once.
That's right. And it's a great resource. If you have any questions, they're always there. You can chat with them. They're great people to know. And they smell fantastic. And that's important with a company.
Got that right.
Yeah. Did you ever smell Jason Chapper?
Only fiber optically.
Sorry, it's getting weird now. RemotePilot101.com. Please check them out, and we thank them for being our sponsor. Love you, me.
Yes.
All right. So, when was the last time you went over a covered bridge, Kelly?
Yeah, we talked about this last week. I've never been over one, ever.
Wow. I know they have some in my mom's town, Allentown, Pennsylvania, which incidentally is where Leonard French is from, right down the street from my mama.
Okay, I meant to ask where he was from.
Yeah, they have some covered bridges there. But Jeff, I know you can hear the train. Here it comes. I live near tracks. Anyway, Jeff, and I apologize, your last name, and he puts a pronunciation, Codis. Jeff Codis, thank you for the pronunciation key. Hey, Ken, I wanted to share this video I shot of one of Ohio's many covered bridges. My wife and I watch TNL every Thursday night and are big fans as the train rolls on by. She's especially fond of Ashley and is excited whenever she is co-hosting. I'm planning on doing a lot more videos of the covered bridges here in Ohio. Please keep going with your channel. You really bring happiness to so many people. All the best, Jeff Codis. Well, thank you, Jeff. Makes me happy to do it. That is a beautiful bridge. And you can't have a covered bridge without...
Don't do it. Don't try it.
You gotta go through it, man. Look at that construction. I've seen videos of these old bridges being renovated, And it takes a really specific kind of craftsman to be able to replicate the building quality of the original construction. Look at that. He's got the shadow of it. Pans up. Boom, baby.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeff, for sharing that. If you want to share a video, you can. Just send it to kenheronupload@gmail.com. Make sure it's a streaming link and not a big, huge honking file. Because my computer goes, what's this? It must be a virus. Bibbity bobbity bip. Okay. All right. This will stir up some memories for some people, I think. Mike Kelly. In this video, he's referring to something that happened many shows ago. Hey, Ken, it's your old buddy Mike. I was out flying the desert the other day, and I noticed something on top of a mountain. Oh, my goodness. When I got closer, it was a big sign, and I couldn't believe my eyes. What it said, take care, love the show, Mike Kelly. What does it say? What does it say? In case of wildfire, just pay it out. Just pay it out, man. Now,
it's going back a while, but
Yeah.
man, that was probably the hardest I ever laughed on the show.
were
with
you on that show? 'Cause
catchphrase.
I tried to find that. Do you remember what show it was? If anybody remember. All right. What he's referring to is a show where I showed a video of these. I'll call them rednecks. I think they were from like the Netherlands or something. And they were out in the field doing a burn, like a clear burn. And one of them had a beer in their hand. And I was like, hey, hold on. Let me get the music. Let me get the copyrighted music. All right, hold my beer. Watch this. Look. Don't worry. If it gets out of control, we can just pee it out. Pee it out. I'm sure I didn't come up with that, but if I did, let's make it a shirt. I should offer let's just pee it out shirts with flames.
Hashtag.
Yeah. If you remember what number show that was, or anyway, I'll look for it in the archives.
Find it for sure.
Yeah. Mark H with a $10 super chat. Thanks, Ken, for having Leonard French on tonight. Very informative. Yeah, that's one of our best guests, I believe. People love learning stuff, and that's some important stuff to learn. If you have any other questions for him, he's very accessible. Go to his channel, subscribe, and then learn stuff. So, you know what I have? I actually have snail mail.
Oh.
Yep. And here's our snail mail intro.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter.
This is copyrighted. This is copyrighted. I'm gonna play it anyway. Yeah. I've done it 1,000 times, so it's okay, right? If you've done it before and got away with it, then it's fine, right? Anyway, if you want to send some snail mail, you can send it here. Ken Heron, Box 1281, Huntington, Tennessee, 38344. Again,
are you checking your mail every week, every day? I mean.
No, I let it go, and usually I mail out eyeballs to people and stuff, but I haven't been I hop on my little recumbent bike with the neon on it, and I pedal 2 miles to the station, to the post office, and check it then. I don't go when other people are there.
Here's how I've been doing it during the this quarantine thing.
Yeah.
I check my mail in our mailbox at the end of our driveway once a week. I take a basket down to the mailbox with a glove on my hand. I pull the mail out, put it in the basket, and sit the basket in the garage for 1 week, and then I go and get the mail out.
My mom leaves it sit for like 24 hours too.
Yeah.
I just take it inside and lick it. COVID's yummy. I don't care who you are. COVID's yummy.
Now there's a T-shirt. COVID's yummy.
Yeah. No, it's. You know what? We joke, but it's nothing to laugh at. I mean, there's so many people. Not to get too dark for a minute, but there's so many people getting sick and dying, and then there's a lot of people just ignoring it. You know?
Oh yeah.
And you know, think about how many people. I don't know how many people died in Tennessee recently. I think it's like 44 or whoever. Let's say 44 people died this week in Tennessee. That's not accurate, I'm sure, but however many thousand, like 30,000 people in the country so far have died, or whatever number it is. If you heard that 30,000 people in the United States won the Powerball, you'd be upset that you'd think, well, those are great odds. I should have won, right? That's the kind of odds we're dealing with. So
Yeah, you're exactly right.
anyway, so Easter's coming up, and I got
peeps.
A lot of peeps. Folks in other countries may not know what peeps are. Kelly, tell people what peeps are.
They are basically marshmallow with a lot of food coloring, dye, chemicals, and sugar.
Yeah, it's just a marshmallow covered in sugar. I got purple ones. I got blue ones. I got ones that are white with cake. I got watermelon ones. I've never seen these before.
Oh.
And pink ones.
Oh, my daughter loves those things. I can't stand them.
I'll give them all to her. I cannot. I mean, sorry. I mean, I love them. Thank you for sending them.
Oh, somebody sent you those in the mail.
Yes, they sent them to me in the mail. Yes. Now these I might try. These are. I might just open one right now.
What is that?
These are peeps that are dipped in chocolate.
I may try that. Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that.
I'll try it right now. That's one hell of a peep. Thanks for that. And that was sent by Jenna. And Jenna sent this letter, which I'm not going to read. It's kind of personal and long. But thank you so much, Jenna. She is a big supporter of the channel. I hope she's watching right now. She's a Patreon supporter. I have about 22 people supporting the channel in Patreon, and it really makes a difference. You know, just the internet bill alone is taken care of by Super Chats and Patreon, and I thank you very much. I also got another thing from someone very nice. Where is? Oh, here. This is. This is a wine bottle or just a bottle holder.
Oh, cool.
With my logo on it. And I think.
How does that work? What do you do with
You
that?
put a bottle in here and then sit it down, and it kind of sits like that. From the weight of the. I wish I had a bottle. I'm not a drinker, and the milk carton wouldn't fit in it. So, but this is really cool. They made this, and that is really awesome. Let me see if there's.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes, there is some. There's some documentation that came with it. Let me read this. Ken, keep what you want, give away what you want. Stay healthy and safe, my friend Steve. And he includes some stickers in here. Okay. Just for 5 seconds, hold the kid. Hold the kid's eyeballs. You ready?
Oh, dear.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, here it comes. Okay, and we're safe. And we're back. Thank you, Steve. That is amazing. I'm always, whenever I get something from a viewer in the mail, I'm like, I'm just touched. You know, if people care enough to take time to send something to a YouTuber and make stuff. I've got so much stuff here behind. That clock was made for me by a viewer. I got shelves up here of people that sent us stuff. Thank you so much. I'm covered on the peeps, though. I'm good on the peeps. So if you're thinking about doing that. Kelly, you good on time? You gonna turn into a pumpkin? You good?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I want to let people know about the wonderful prize that you can win on my Side B channel. Oh. There's a few people watching over there on Side B. It's a channel that basically, it's mostly radio stuff. Now, I did a lot of prank calls in my day. And Ken from Upper Deck Media, who is a viewer of this channel, he does these animations to the prank calls over there.
It's incredible. It really is impressive.
Really well done. I mean, so much work. And he hasn't charged me anything for these. He just does it, you know, out of the love of his little heart. I'm going to play something that he put together, and I played a while ago, called Raz Power. This is the kind of stuff that Upper Deck Media does. Enjoy this.
Good evening, this is Ken from Upper Deck Media. I recently took a 10-hour drive down to Tennessee. While I was there, I thought I'd meet up with the great Ken Heron. I know he's busy, but we got in touch, and turns out he had no time for Upper Deck Media.
Oh.
But I was able to see some of the sites that he's filmed. Here I am looking at the famous Bat Building. We could have flown some drones there, but no. There I am looking at Titan Stadium. We could have flown drones there, but no. There I'm looking at that restaurant that's suspended out in midair. We could have filmed something there, but no. Here's a picture of a park that was nearby where I stayed. Probably about the same time I took this, Ken was in a park with Kelly Green shooting a video for a product that he'd already shot before.
Oh.
It's good to know that a rerun video is more important than Upper Deck Media.
Oh, Ken.
But luckily, I brought along with me my portable copy of Razzmatazz. It just made me feel better. It's okay, Ken Heron. One of these days, we'll fly together. Until then, I'll just bathe in the Razzmatazz.
Yeah. The power of the Raz. Thank you, Ken.
So he came all the way to Tennessee to see you, and you blew him off?
I don't think he purposely came here to see me. At least
that's what it sounded like.
Did it sound like? I didn't blow him off. I already had previous plans I couldn't break with you.
What?
I couldn't break
your... You can always break. I'm happy when you break. I'm happier when you break.
Oh, really? I wish I had known that. Sorry, Ken. His fault. Anyway, so side B. If you subscribe, and I urge you to do that, you can possibly win this Pixel 4 phone. Yes, indeed. This is a cool little phone. Kelly, you're a phone guy.
I'm a phoneaholic.
Yeah, this Pixel 4 is a pretty good phone. Now, all you have to do is be subscribed to Side B, and then comment on at least 3 of the videos, and then I'll pick a winner from those who commented. And the winner will be announced here on TNL April 23rd. So the winner of the Pixel will be picked then.
Have you tried that out yet?
Yes. Yeah.
You like?
Yeah, I do. I use this to fly the Skydio.
That's right. I remember that.
Because I had the wrong flavor of Android on my Galaxy S8, which I still use. This is better than my Galaxy S8, right?
Dude, it's time. You used to be the phone guy. You used to always have the latest and greatest phone, and then you just kind of stopped.
You know why?
Why?
I lost my cool radio job. Down to 1 income. That'll do it every time. Let's see. Do I want a fancy new phone and eat ramen every day? Nah, I'll stick with the 8. Anyway, let's get back to some viewer videos. I only have a few more, but this is a video, and I wanted to play this while Leonard was on, but we kept him too long. This is from Jerry, aka G-Man. He says, "Hey Ken, I just got my new Mavic Pro 2 the other day and went to Split Rock Quarry in New York to film with it. This is my first attempt. I used the music from George of the Jungle. Watch out for that tree. Remember that?
George
of the Jungle. Watch out for that tree. YouTube sent me a copyright notice to let me know I shouldn't use copyrighted material. However, they contacted the owner of that music, and the owner approved my use of it in the video. They must have gotten a kick out of it. Lol. Anyway, here is the link to the video. I hope you might play it on a future TNL. By the way, I love your show. I watch it every week. G-Man." Now, I'm going to play the video, but I'm not going to play the copyrighted stuff. I put my own spin on it, as it were. So enjoy this from G-Man. Don't understand why he crashed. It's pretty much a beeline. It's like, hey, you see that tree over there? I'm going to hit it. I mean,
it's like a magnet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't even, yeah, just.
Wow. What went wrong there? What was he doing?
I don't know. Maybe not look. I don't know. That's when you need a visual observer, maybe. Hey, buddy, you're about to hit the tree, huh? You're going to hit the tree, huh? Never mind.
Even if you're looking at your screen, you can see that.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's sometimes the trouble with looking at the little teeny tiny phones. And you, my friend, no longer have to do that. Isn't that right? Tell us about it. Kelly just got something really cool. I'm so jealous. So you got that, and originally you didn't think that was going to work with your Mavic 2.
Yeah, and it looks like it just needed a software update. Right after last week's show, I got a message from one of your viewers that he couldn't get it to work with his Mavic 2 Pro. And I was like, oh, great. You know, I've just got it in the mail, and now it's not going to work. But it looks like a software update has solved that problem, even though I took it out today, probably the 5th or 6th time I've used it, and it was glitching a little bit. It was freezing up, and then it would correct itself. So I don't know what's going on there. I'm going to test it out tomorrow and see what the problem is. But everything's up to date. All the software is the latest version, so I'm not sure. That worries me a little bit, but we'll find out.
Okay. Yeah, let me know. I've never had that problem with the Crystal Sky. So Kelly's not into FPV, but some of you are. And I am. My goodness, am I. I've been tinkering on getting my 6S back in the air. So for those of you into FPV, you know Nurk, Paul Nurkala. He's been on the show before, and he's amazing. And I saw a video that he posted just a couple days ago, and I emailed him. I said, dude, can I show a little bit of your video? He's like, sure. So now this is not the same music, because I don't know if we have the same music. So I changed the music up. But if you want to see the whole video, there's a link in the description. You should definitely check it out. This is Nurk freestyling an abandoned oil platform. It's just amazing. Check this out. Now, you like the video from FPV, you just don't like flying it.
Oh, I could watch them all day long, but it's not my game to be a FPV pilot. I'm just not cut out for it.
Okay.
This is incredible.
It's all about tiny holes. You see one coming? Oh, no.
Don't do it. Wow. Oh.
A lot of the comments that I saw in his video are like, how did you do that with all the metal?
Yeah, what's the secret there? Just being a good pilot?
You just overpower it. I think he has a special. Oh no, he's gonna. Oh dear. Oh.
Mercy.
This is just a wonderland for a pilot like Nurk. Is he? Is he? Yeah, he is.
No. Wow.
I want one of these cinematic drones, man. This is why I like FPV, for this kind of video.
Good grief.
I don't have that kind of rig set up. This is just a sample. There's the full version on his channel with the music that he chose. Go check it out. And make sure you subscribe to him. I mean, how do you get these kind of opportunities? Who's a friend? Hey, I know this abandoned place. You want to go? Yes. I think it was like a 2-hour boat ride to get there.
So where is he? Is he standing on the white boat?
You'll see.
Or is he? Oh, you'll see him?
Yeah, you'll see where he was. In the original video, there's not a lot of edits, so he may have moved like once or twice, but depending upon the stuff you're using, you can overpower any interference you get from the metal. So here's where it'll show where he is. There he is.
Haha, cool. That's incredible.
Yeah, Nurk for the win. Excellent. Incidentally, the viewer video of the week this week is absolutely fantastic.
Is it better than what we just saw from Nurk?
There's no comparison. It's apples and larger apples.
Oh.
No. It's different. It's very creative. I've never seen a video like it, and that'll be coming up here in just a minute or two.
All right.
So let's go from an experienced FPV person to a beginner. You
got one of my videos?
Yeah. This is our buddy from Scotland, Ian Montgomery. He's just whooping it up at his house. He spent 10 days doing 4 packs a day, and this is the first day where he's just bumping into stuff. He says, hope you're doing well, staying safe, Ken. During more time being spent at home, I've been flying my Mobula 6 indoors, 4 packs a day in full acro mode. I've attached a link here. Check out the video showing my improvements. Hope you enjoy. And bye. Ian. So this is day 10. He's doing little orbits around his chandelier thing there. That's progress, man. Look at that.
What is that? I don't know the lingo. What does that mean? 4 packs a day.
Oh, batteries.
Oh, I got you.
Batteries, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Good job, Ian. Yeah. I actually didn't get that many videos. I guess there's not a lot of people going out and shooting. If you have old stuff you want to share, even if it's not edited, as long as it's interesting, you can send it here, and hell, I got time to edit it. Ken Heron upload at gmail.com.
You know, your life hadn't changed much, really, has it, during all this?
Well,
other than, you know, can't go to Walmart as much or as easily.
It's time. Well, that's my next video. I went to Walmart in a full respirator mask and gloves, and I put a camera on the basket. And
smart man.
Yeah, but no, it affected my life drastically. I don't know if anybody. They've been too polite to mention it in the chat, but clearly, I need a haircut. Look at it. I mean, it's out of control.
You?
Yeah. Yeah, I've always been curious as to what my hair would look like long. So I guess I'm going to find out. I tried to pay my hair person $50 to come cut my hair on the porch while I wear the mask. She wouldn't do it.
You said you were going to ante up and go 100. Did you offer 100?
No, I'm not going to do
That'd be crazy.
You think she'd do it?
$100. You're going to be wearing a mask on your front porch outside.
I wouldn't tell anybody, but you know, you have to remember, hairdressers, hair cutter people, they are actually licensed by the state, so they can lose their license if, you know.
Dude, let it grow.
You think I should let it grow? Let me
let
know
it
in
grow
the
out like the old days.
yeah. Brian Jansen said, Ken, it's time for the Tennessee waterfall. No, that's a Kentucky waterfall. That's what Kelly was sporting back in the day. Yeah, let me know in the chat. I go back and read the chat later. Let me know in the chat what I should do with my hair, because these are important issues of the day, right? So, bibbity bop, bobbity bip, gave that away, told about that, talking about this. What is it? Anything else? I have a video that I meant to show last week. This is from Brent Newman. It's very simple. It's an Inspire in high winds with a 360 camera. Want to see it?
Yes.
Okay, here it is. It's a pretty interesting view here. Now, 360 camera, you can see it's locked in with the gimbal. I believe this is an Inspire 1. Yeah, it's Inspire 1. But isn't that interesting? It's a very short video, but thank you, Brent Newman, for sending that. And another quick FPV video from our friend Ava Guerin. I'm not saying that properly. She's from Germany, and here she is. She's just started getting into FPV. This is one of her first flights. That's a great rig there. She's doing pretty good. Kelly, really no interest in FPV? In flying?
I'll stick to watching it, not flying it.
Okay. Yeah, Afa. I think that's how you say her name. Afa.
Well, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
She's got a great channel. Just check her out. I think she's a moderator here. If you see her in the chat, you just if you see anybody that you want to see what their channel's like, just click on their face and it'll take you to their channel. But wait till the show's done. See, this is what I did. I mean, I think her and I are on the same skill level here. I'm getting to where I can get down and get closer to stuff and not worry about crashing so much. But I'm mastering acro is a long lesson for me.
Is this the exact same kind of drone that, say, Nurk was using when he was flying around that oil rig?
It's an FPV drone. It's not the exact same type, but same basic. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Effa. And Dennis Lovelady, thanks for the $5 super chat. I want to see Ken in dreadlocks. Don't cut your hair. Dennis Lovelady, along with a couple of friends, have made a great drone video, Willie Nelson parody. I played it last week, maybe. You should check it out. Go to Dennis Lovelady's channel. 400 AGL helped him out, and it's really good. Let me see if there's anything else I want to play. That I guess it's nearing the end of the show, isn't it?
Oh
man, that went kind of quickly. The
it
Grumpy
did, went
Vlogger.
very fast.
Hey man, $5 super chat from Grumpy Vlogger. Grow a man bun. Are man buns out?
Yes.
I mean, they were never in, right?
Yeah, they were for a while. For hipsters, yeah, they were for maybe a year.
I don't think a hipster would survive here in the backcountry of Tennessee.
No.
I think I would get beat down quite a bit. If I started doing a man
You're
bun.
pretty close to that already.
Yeah, I start wearing a man bun and wearing open-toed shoes, smell like patchouli. You know, no, that's not for me. I'm a red meat kind of guy. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do the viewer video of the week after I thank Jerry Mendez. Hey, keep it going, man. Thank you for the $10 super chat. You know what, Jerry? You're right. Let's go to midnight. What do you say, Kelly?
Let's do it.
You know what? I really can't because we are also streaming live on Ready, Set, Drone. I don't know if I mentioned that in a while. So we're kind of tying up his channel right now.
Is it just me, or does every day feel like a weekend now?
Oh, yeah. Have you forgotten, like, what day it is and stuff?
That's happened, yep.
Yeah. You used to kind of know when the weekend's coming up. As soon
And
as I
you'd look
started doing...
forward to it. You would love the weekend. Now the weekends don't have as much meaning.
Yeah. When I started doing YouTube full-time, the weekends became meaningless. It was just like any other day. Southern Rail Fanning with a $5 super chat. Great show tonight. Thank you so much. Oh, we did. We forgot to... And I say we. I forgot to do the...
Oh.
Raz to the mataz. Let's do it. Let's step into the Raz chamber. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Raz chamber. If you're new to the stream, maybe you're wondering what in blazes is happening. Well, this is a safe place. This is where we all can go. Nothing can get you. COVID-17, COVID-18, COVID-19 through 32 cannot get you in here. No, siree. The purple and blue goo. Just a great place to be. Breathe it in. Kelly, what did you do? Kelly, come on, man. What are you doing? Did you wear that in the Raz?
Yes, I did.
Shame on you. Ring that out. Southern Rail Fanning, I thank thank you, Southern Rail Fanning, once again. Greg Meir with a $15 super chat. Denise loves Ken, and Ken loves Denise. In fact, you know, Denise, I've been meaning to tell you. Every time I see you in the chat, it gives me a funny feeling deep inside, and
oh my.
It's kind of a tickle. It starts with a tickle and works its way up my spine and then back down my spine again. And it was just gas. RSP Drone Photography, $5 super chat. Grow out your hair like Giorgio from Ancient Aliens. Oh, that guy. Yes. You ever see him on the History Channel?
No, I've never heard of that.
It's like a weird one length kind of. It could very easily go man bun. Anubis Arts, TJ Grader with the $5 super chat. Keep the hair serious in the front, party in the back. I don't know what I can do.
You gotta do that Tennessee top hat.
Neil, the only thing I can do at this point is keep it off my ears. That's the only thing I'll take a thing and that's I mean, and it looks more white as it gets longer, doesn't it? It looks freaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget my hair is white. Then that cruel mirror pops up.
No interest at all in dyeing your hair?
No. Can you imagine if I dyed my hair at this point? If I was going to do it, I would do it. What's that? What's that? Just for men stuff you put in your beard and your hair when you see the first gray hair.
That's the time.
That's the time. Yeah. But if you're this and then suddenly, didn't we know somebody that did that? I think we did.
Yes, a guy we used to work with on the radio who shall remain nameless.
He shall remain nameless. But boy, it was weird. It was a weird transition.
He came to work looking like Elvis the next day.
Yeah. Now your wife, does she color her hair?
No.
Are you sure?
99.8% sure.
Because I think women with dark long hair, as they age, just like one little gray hair here, little sparkles. And I think it's beautiful. I think just let it go, You know our friend Doris, who's 102, and by the way, I checked on Doris, if you're interested. She was admitted to her rest home's care center. I haven't spoken to her yet. They assured me she's okay. I'm not family, so I can't speak to her, but she was taken in for one reason or another. But she's okay. But her hair, she is 102, and her hair is brown. And
she doesn't color it at all.
Oh no, she totally does. That's what I'm saying. You know, like the old ladies are like, you know, almost 100 years old and they're like, ha, jet black, baby. Right. Yep, nobody's buying it. Quentin Thompson with a $5 super chat. Great show as always, Ken. Stay safe, buddy. You too, Quentin. And Wes Dunn did it again. Wes Dunn with a $15 super chat. Thanks, everybody, very sincerely for all of your support. I assume that Kelly over at Ready Set Drone's getting a few super chats. If that's the case, both of us, we're going to give a portion over to Greg Kunert and Ozby Drone. But right now, let's find out who is the viewer video of the week. And this is absolutely, positively, 1,000% awesome. And the winner is Ron Burkett from Trussville, Alabama. Ron, viewer video of the week, gets a free set of Freewell filters. And you can pick anything you want, any camera, any drone. Let me just go over to their website very quickly here if I can. I go over here. Bibbidi bop. No, that's not bibbidi. Smooth, huh? Smooth.
So professional.
Yeah, I'm so professional. Anyway, check them out. I don't have it ready. Hold on. No. Hold on. I got to show you. Hold on. No. Hold on. I tell you what. Because I made a mistake, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and give away this as well.
What is that?
This is like $100 value, and that's what we're looking at here on their website right here. This is their magnetic ND filter for larger cameras, and they have a great website. Any kind of camera or drone that you need an ND filter for, or any kind of filter, polarized filter, anything. It's a great website, and we thank them very much for being a sponsor of the show. Now this, I'm going to let Kelly just pick someone at random. So say pick me. Now before you say pick me, just know that this only fits a 67 millimeter camera lens, okay? So what this does is part of it screws on, and then it magnetically has the lens cover. You know how like regular lens covers are like squeeze and it's awkward sometimes? Well, this is just bip and it's on there, and they're interchangeable. So it's a quick swap system from freewellgear.com for 67 millimeter cameras. If you have this, if you want to win, say pick me. And now Kelly will pick someone. Who's going to win this prize? It's a fantastic prize. Logan Reed. Congratulations, Logan Reed. All right. Thank you, Logan. Congrats, buddy. It's only $30 shipping. You pay. All right. I'm kidding, Logan. I'm kidding. I'll send it to you. All right. So the viewer video of the week is Ron Burkett. He says, "Hey, Ken." And I say, "Hey, back." First, let me say again that I enjoy your show each week and appreciate the fun we all have during that, and also the good that you do for the drone community. Thank you so much. Here's a video I made last week while staying at home in Trussville, Alabama. My driveway was long overdue for cleaning, so I got out a pressure washer and decided to do something a little different. Hope you like it. Ron Burkett. It's a viewer video of the week. Enjoy the heck out of this. Let me know when you think it's awesome, Kelly. See what he's doing?
Oh no, what's he doing?
He's an artist.
Yeah, doing something.
Yeah. He's using his dirty driveway as a canvas.
Yeah, this is cool.
Isn't it great?
Look at that.
What a great idea.
Wow, look at that. You can make money doing driveways for people like that. That's incredible.
Isn't that fantastic? Yes, indeed. If anything was a viewer video of the week, it is that.
Video of the year so far, right there.
Yeah, I mean, that is creative and wonderful. And Ron, he didn't send me that link was from a drive. That wasn't posted to his, I don't know if he has a YouTube channel. If you have a YouTube channel, Ron, please send me the link or something. I'll put it linked in here if anybody wants to check out more of your stuff. And you should absolutely do more of that for people.
Can you imagine how big that channel would be if he could make oodles of money doing that.
You're leaving money on the table, Ron. Come on, Ron, get with it.
Yes,
Get with
a
it.
lot of money on the table there.
Yeah. Very talented. Thank you so much. All right, well, I guess that's about it. Kelly, I'm going to give you the last word and joke and go.
No joke. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay inside.
Very good. Good advice. And I thank everybody for being on.
We hope you enjoyed the show half as much as you would have if it had been twice as good.
Thank you, everybody, for being involved with the show. Thank you, Greg Cooner, for making this possible. Thank you, Ready, Set, Drone, for letting us broadcast on your channel as well. Leonard French from Lawful Masses with Leonard French. Link in the description. Jeff Sills with the news. And all of you generous people supporting the channel. And you, Kelly, for being my best buddy. Until next time, thanks for watching. Stay safe.
And bye.
And what button do I press for the thing? That's the one.
kill like a processed meat. Enjoy pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. Establish nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them grow. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky. A tail like a processed meat. Yeah. That was so funny.